Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing from Blue Owl Capital, and let's just say it involves someone leaving the company. But don't worry, it's not as dramatic as it sounds, or is it? We'll uncover what this departure really means for the company and its investors. So this is an 8K form, which is basically a company's way of shouting, hey, something important happened, to the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. It's like their official way of keeping everyone in the loop about big changes that could affect the stock price. This report is dated February 26, 2025. That's the day something significant happened that Blue Owl Capital needed to tell everyone about. And what exactly was that big event? First, a little about Blue Owl Capital. They're a big player in the world of alternative investments. This means they don't just deal with regular stocks and bonds. They're into things like private credit, which is basically lending money to companies that might not be able to get loans from a regular bank, and direct lending, as well as investing in other investment firms. Okay, let's get to the meat of the matter. This section is about changes in the company's leadership, specifically directors and officers. It's like a corporate who's who. The headline here is that Sean Ward, a senior managing director and member of the board of directors, has resigned. Now, the key thing to note here is that the company is saying his departure wasn't because of any problems with how the company is run or how they handle their money. They're trying to reassure investors that everything is still on track. This is important because when a high-ranking person leaves, it can sometimes signal trouble. Blue Owl is also saying that Ward's exit shouldn't mess with the investment activity of their GP Strategic Capital platform. This platform is where they invest in other investment firms. The company is trying to calm any fears that Ward's departure will affect this division. Now, it's important to remember that companies always try to put a positive spin on these things. They want to avoid any panic among investors. However, the departure of a senior managing director is always something to pay attention to. Why did he leave? Was it truly unrelated to company operations? These are questions investors might want to ask. So let's zoom out a bit and think about what this could mean for Blue Owl Capital. The market for alternative investments has been growing, but it's also becoming more competitive. Blue Owl faces competition from other big players in the space, like Blackstone and Apollo Global Management. Losing a key person like Ward could create some uncertainty. On the other hand, if the company is right and Ward's departure won't affect the GP Strategic Capital platform, then this might just be a minor bump in the road. It could even be an opportunity for Blue Owl to bring in someone new with fresh ideas. But without more information, it's hard to say for sure. Investors will want to keep an eye on how the GP Strategic Capital platform performs in the coming months. If there's a noticeable slowdown, that could be a sign that Ward's departure had more of an impact than the company is letting on. Also, it is important to note there is no information on financial information about the company's performance in this report. The company will release this information as part of the quarterly results. But in a vacuum, it's hard to determine what it means. The document ends with a signature from Nina A. Reddy, General Counsel and Secretary, which basically confirms that this report is official and accurate, at least to the best of the company's knowledge. In conclusion, the departure of Sean Ward from Blue Owl Capital is something to watch, but not necessarily a reason to panic. The company is trying to reassure investors that it's business as usual, but it's always wise to do your own research and keep an eye on how things develop. Now, looking at Blue Owl Capital's situation, there are a few things to consider. The company is operating in a competitive market, and leadership changes always bring some level of uncertainty. However, Blue Owl has a solid position in the alternative investment world. They have a diverse range of investment strategies, which could help them weather any storms. One potential risk is that the company's growth could slow down if they can't find a suitable replacement for Ward. Another risk is that the market for alternative investments could become more challenging if interest rates rise or if there's an economic downturn. On the other hand, Blue Owl has some significant opportunities. They could expand their business by entering new markets or launching new investment products. They could also benefit from the increasing demand for alternative investments as investors look for ways to diversify their portfolios. Overall, Blue Owl Capital seems to be in a decent position, but investors should keep a close watch on how the company manages this leadership transition and how they adapt to the changing market conditions. Thanks for watching this episode of Corporate Decoder. If you found this breakdown helpful, give us a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more insights into the world of corporate filings. Until next time.